Salam everyone. Welcome to the second episode of Quran Contradictions Debunked. Quran contradiction. Hail comes from mountains. What we will prove. There is a claim by Christians that the Quran says that hail comes from mountains. There is no contradiction in 24:43. So I'm going to play a video of a Christian explaining the contradiction.
Okay. As long this is your science and this is your study, I want to ask you, where is hail coming from? Hail. Yeah, hail.
Hail is a water. Okay.
Water.
Affected by the Arctic wind, very cold Arctic wind, and they became hail. That's how it's made.
So you don't think it's coming from mountains, and Allah He break hail from those mountains?
Mountains?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Mountains, like in the sky there's mountains, and Allah He break with the hammer hail and He throw it at us.
Well, is it in the Quran?
I'm just asking you now before we talk about from where. Do you believe?
No, I don't. Even if I say that myself, I wouldn't believe it. I wouldn't take it for granted.
Okay, but if we find it,
hail is coming from the sky. It's the vaporization of our oceans. Okay, right. In a dense cloud, they become hail, snow, or rain.
All right. So if I find it for you from the Quran, are you willing to leave Islam?
I can't decide now because I need lots of things to chase.
It doesn't matter.
But,
if this one is a lie, I mean the rest is a lie. I mean, you just say this is impossible. This is
I'm not hypocritic. I don't deny any mistakes. If I do a mistake, I put my hands up. If my father do a mistake,
if the Quran is unvalid no more, Islam is gone. Chapter 24. You are the one who asked me.
If these are true,
my friend.
Yes,
okay.
I denounce Islam.
All right, that's wonderful, guys. He said he promised he would denounce Islam. The same chapter. You are the one who asked me to go to chapter of An-Nur before. Chapter 24, verse number 43. You can read in Arabic. You can read in English. In any word, any language you want. In English, they try to fabricate and to change the meaning, but I will show it to you in Arabic. And as long as you speak Arabic, me and you, we will get better understanding. It says here, وَيُنْزِلُ مِنَ السَّمَاءِ مِنْ جِبَالٍ فِيهَا مِنْ بَرَدٍ فَيُصِيبُ بِهِ مَنْ يَشَاءُ. Does it say that, or I'm lying?
Yes, very clear.
All right. You promised you will denounce Islam. Hail is coming from mountains in heaven. I mean, even cartoon, they don't do that. And look here in the first translation. I want you to confirm this with me.
I believe somebody mixed these things into Quran when they written.
My friend, there's nothing called mixed. Either this
is from God.
Either this is not a book of God. And look what here. As long as you speak Arabic, why the Muslims they lie and they say like mountains? Does it say like mountains in the Arabic?
No, anything between these two brackets don't.
So they are trying to cover up. So look, they send down from the sky from mountains, which is in heaven, hail.
No, it doesn't make sense.
So they fabricate the translation in order to cover the stupidity. Whoever wrote this book is a foolish. You know, this is maybe work for people who
whoever this part here, whoever written didn't have a clue about anything in the sky. What's going on in the sky?
Assuming that the one who did this is Allah, Allah have no clue. What about this?
I don't believe this is from a God.
Look at this. Allah silly cult. And now you understand why I am saying it's a cult. You said why I'm calling Islam as a cult. Now you promise me if I show you this and this will be true, you will leave Islam, correct?
Yes.
Are you willing to keep your promise?
Yes.
So are you denouncing Islam?
If this is all true, we heard Islam is a cult.
So you agree Islam is a cult?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Because an order from God, okay, could never be bypassed by any man.
That's wonderful.
Never.
I'm really happy for you.
Because if that happens, God loses its status as God. You can call it something else.
So as you can see from that video, that Muslim actually became a disbeliever because of this contradiction. So let's take a look. I'm going to show in every single video the 3 reasons why people say Quran has contradictions and why they deny the truth. I like exposing the deniers. So the first reason is people use a falsehood to say the Quran is wrong. So they'll say the Quran says this, but we know from science this, when the Quran is actually right, but their so-called science is wrong. The second point is they don't have knowledge of the subject and say the Quran is wrong. Or they don't have the incorrect interpretation of the verse and say the Quran is wrong. The Christian in the video I just showed you does not know the correct interpretation of the verse and does not encompass the knowledge on the subject of hail production. So I'm going to show this to you. Let's take a look. 24:43. Do not you see that Allah drives clouds, then joins them and makes them a mass? Then you see the rain come forth from their midst, and he sends down from the sky from mountains within it hail, and he strikes with it whom he wills, and averts from it whom he wills. Nearly the flash of its lightning takes away the sight. What does Jibalan actually mean? And he sends down from the sky from mountains Jibalan, within it hail. If you actually look at the Arabic definition of the word Jibalan, Jibalan can mean something large and tall. For example, mountains, a flagpole, icebergs, etc. So the word Jibalan doesn't necessarily mean mountains. A mountain is a Jibalan because it is something large and tall, but it's not completely restricted to a physical mountain that you would see on Earth. It is something that is large and tall, has a lot of mass. So let's keep going. Let's break it down. 24:43. The verse is talking about clouds. Allah drives clouds and joins them. That's clouds. Then you see the rain come from them. The rain is coming from the clouds. Then he sends down from the sky Jibalan, within it hail, which strikes people. So the hail is coming from something large and tall. Doesn't need to be literal mountains. The flash of its lightning takes away the sight. The flash of its lightning. The Jibalan produces lightning because the its is referring to the Jibalan. So the flash of its lightning takes away the sight. The Jibalan produces lightning. The Jibalan produces hail and lightning. We know the verse is about clouds. So the Jibalan is a cloud with a lot of mass and height. We know from science the only type of cloud that can produce thunder and lightning is known as the Columbus cloud. More commonly known as thunder clouds, Columbus clouds is the only cloud type that can produce hail, thunder, and lightning. As you can see, this is the only type of cloud that can produce hail and lightning. Let's see what the Columbus cloud looks like. As you can see from the diagram on the right, the Columbus cloud is literally a Jibalan and takes the appearance of a mountain with its large mass and height. As you can see, this cloud takes the appearance of a mountain and is the only type of cloud that can produce hail and lightning, as the verse says. So this cloud here is a Jibalan because it has a lot of mass and height. And it's talking about the cloud, the Jibalan sky cloud. So you keep going. Columbus cloud from 37,000 feet literally looks like a mountain. You can literally see lightning coming from it, as Allah describes in the verse. The sky, mountains, Jibalan, large in mass and height. From its hail and nearly the flash of its lightning takes away the sight. You can see these are sky Jibalan, sky mountains. Remember, only this type of cloud can produce hail and lightning. And you can literally see Jibalan, something with a lot of mass and height, producing lightning, the flash of its lightning. And this cloud also produces hail. And it is the only cloud type that can produce thunder and lightning. You can see again, Jibalan, the mountain sky clouds, producing lightning, and hail comes from it as well. I'm going to show you some videos now of the Jibalan sky cloud. Hence, this verse is not a contradiction, but rather a miracle. It is very clear that the verse is not talking about literal mountains, as I have shown clear proofs that it is talking about a cloud which Allah calls the sky Jabalan, something large and tall like a mountain, it being the only type of cloud that can produce thunder, lightning, and hail. This shows this verse is a miracle and not a contradiction. Rather, they have denied that which not they encompass in knowledge and whose interpretation has not yet come to them. Thus did those before deny, and Allah knows best.